Alrighty, I might as well just unmute. Just waiting for the game to load up. But welcome to the stream. Hello Dub Dub. Hello Alex. Hello Rentura. Welcome to the stream. Oh, MX Bikes have just decided to do an update. Interesting. Is it an actual update or just one of the Steam ones? Probably a Steam one. I doubt MX Bikes has had an actual update. But yeah, welcome back to another stream. I didn't really know what to do, so I spoke to the members a little bit earlier today, and they thought it was a good idea to maybe do some popular tracks or maybe do some more like OG tracks, because there's nothing really new on mods, so we're more going down the route of doing some popular tracks, maybe some OG kind of tracks. So we'll see how that goes today, because like I said, there wasn't really much that I could really think of in the way of like doing races, but we're back. Nonetheless, I'm just literally waiting for the game to load up, and then I'll go to the normal screen. So, how's everyone doing today? Hello, Maluji, or if that's how you pronounce your name, but welcome to the stream. But, yes, back again with another stream. And something I am going to try today in this stream, which I might end up making a video on at some point, but I kind of want to know how it works first before I make a video on it, is the A-kit suspension thing. I know I'm obviously SPX. I'm not obviously going to leave SPX for some mod suspension thing. But I'm willing to try it. I'm willing to see what it's like. But yeah, the server is up. The track is the pinned track. So you guys can jump in the server. I'm trying no password today. I'm going to see if the server fills up a little bit more. Sometimes the server gets a little bit reckless when, you know, it's not passworded because anyone can join it. But I feel like with the lack of filling up servers lately, I think we're going to try it. We're going to see how it goes. But I can just go to the main screen now, can't I? Because we're on the game. Right, let's make sure everything works. Game's going to pop up fine. But, yes. What boot should we run? Don't think you're ready for you and Ricardo this week. I've seen you in the VC doing some practice together. So I'm looking forward to see the progress from both of you. I've seen you two in my Discord the last few days. Server is just Aiden MXB, and then password, we're doing no password. So we're going to see how that goes. We had the British, these boots just reminded me, we had the British last night. We weren't even going to do it because there was a track issue where it wouldn't let anyone download the track, and then when they could download the track, they couldn't get it to show up in-game. But that ended up getting fixed, so we ended up racing it, although they put a ping out that they weren't racing it. So I think a few people probably missed out because of that. But yeah, we did race it, and the video comes out tomorrow. Yes, Wednesday, tomorrow, yeah. So that video comes out tomorrow. I feel like the bike is on air to you every time you get a setup from the A-kit mod. Yeah, I honestly cannot really give you too much help on the A-kit suspension stuff. Like I said, I'm going to try it today. I'm going to see what it's like, see how it works. Fun fact, I actually ended up using it yesterday for the British. I was actually in the middle of trying to record the video, and then I decided halfway through to not continue recording the video because I didn't know how it worked. So, Aiden loves Burger King. I love a bit of Burger King. Technically, when you saw me, Joe, that was the first Burger King I had in probably 5 years, maybe 6 years. I never eat Burger King ever. That was just obviously a service on the way home from, what was it, British GP. But yeah, I think that was generally my first Burger King in like 5 or 6 years. Hell, we suck, LMAO. No, get in the server, boys. Get some racing in. I believe in you guys. Actually, I can take password off the screen. There's no password today. I don't need the password on the screen. And try and get the controller overlay to decide to work as well. Click some buttons and see if the controller overlay comes on. There we go. Sometimes you have to really like give the controller a wiggle around for it to wake up on the OBS. But oh well. But yeah, we're gonna try some OG tracks today. Or not OG tracks because this track came out a year ago. But we're going to try some older tracks and maybe some more popular tracks. So some of you may have tonight's tracks because they're not doing any like new ones. There wasn't really any that looked fun on mods in the nicest way possible. Taking a little while to load into this into the server. But yeah, what I'm going to try and do when I get in is try the A-kit and see if it can make me a good suspension. So I'll probably end up having to click through that a few times. And if any of you know how to use it, please let me know because, like I said, I have no idea how it works. So if you guys know more than what I do, or you've been using it for a little while, then help. I'm probably going to need it. It is a little bit confusing trying to figure out like what everything does. The one thing that I found most confusing was when it said like recommended changes and then you export a setup. Does it make the recommended setup for you, or do you have to manually go to your suspension and change the stuff that it recommends to change. Right. So this is what I used yesterday for the British. This isn't an SPX. I've just put it in the name because obviously I like to still run it in the name anyway. But it's not an SPX suspension. So if you want to look at it, it's one that I made in about 3 laps of doing Canada highs yesterday. So if you want it and you want a Yamaha 450, have it. It's not private or anything. But yeah, we'll just throw this on and we'll try it. I believe it's F11. Is it F11? Nope. Right, so here's the issue, is that I have binds for OBS on the same thing as well. How do I get it to... Ah, here we go. Okay. This week I learned the Deegan dive time to test it out. Okay. Did I get a top 10 yesterday? Well, you have to wait and see for the video that comes out tomorrow. Right, so... It already kind of tells me that... I don't know. That's what I mean. This is what I'm confused about with it half the time. Right, anyway. Anyway, we can get that off the screen, that off. Right, I have not run this track in a long time. I have all my graphics up because I was recording earlier, so I need to take them off because we do not need them on. 3D grass, because that is just what gives you ultra frame loss. But yes, come and jump in the server, boys. Come have a little bit of fun. I'm trying to remember where the track actually goes. I'm just going to rejoin down there. Why not? Yeah, this used to be a very, very fun track. I say used to be, it's only a year old, but it's a fun track just to ride. It's very wide open. But we'll try this setup, and then, yeah, maybe we can try the A-kit thing and see if it builds me something better. Who knows? I don't really know. Since you're around P8 to P12 in aerial, P8 to P12? Okie dokie, buddy. Okie dokie, Buckarooski. Well, in the British, yes, we were more than top 7. But you will find out tomorrow. Or you can just go to my Instagram. Basically. It's already on my Instagram, but the video comes out tomorrow. Well, I mean, to be fair, I can just say it because it's literally on Instagram. But yeah, we got P2 yesterday. We messed out on the overall with 2 corners to go. Because Boy decided to pass me with 2 corners to go. And that was the overall. I led the whole entire race until 2 corners to go. And then got past. So, that sucks. Nearly got the overall. Yeah, we went 2-2. 2-2 for P2. So no one showed up. No, there was the usual British people. The usual British people. We're still the British. It's obviously not going to be as stacked as Ariel, but still got Boy, still got Jake, still got Cam, had Aaron. He's got 250 wins. Woke up this morning, my controller decided to start drifting in the right stick. Ooh, well that's not good, is it? No one likes to be a controller drift. Oh. It's all good putting your hand up, but when you're rolling the racing line, it's very hard to avoid you. Right. You joined a 7K factory racing as a new team. A 7K, is that what it's called? Or a 7K? New team though, W. Gotta try and remember where this track goes. Oh my god, back end's kicking out everywhere. Okay, that's a stretch. I haven't ridden this track with the overjump on. So that's going to be interesting actually with some of these drops that are on this track. Obviously this track was made before it, so it's not made to be able to have the big overjumps. With the buttery jump. The buttery step up. Don't know why I keep popping 360s, but it kind of keeps happening. Yes, this is a pub server. You can jump in it. No password or anything on the server, so feel free to just jump in. Just hop in the old server. Right, so if I click this, And then if what, I just export a setup, and does that give me a recommended setup? Like, does that give me what it recommends on this, or do I have to manually change it myself? So if I go to this now, I'm still running 8 litres, which I don't need 8 litres in the bike anymore. That was for the British. 3.5 will do fine for pubs. Never really going to need more than 3.5 for a probably. So is this like a recommended setup, or is this one that hasn't changed anything? This is the kind of bit where I get lost, is do I manually have to make the changes myself, or does it do it on its own? Kind of the bit that I was getting confused of, whether it was actually making the right changes or not. I'm going to get legs. Oh my god. Probably a lot of people are going to be getting legs off on that bit. It's very easy to get legs. I keep over jumping stuff and I'm just going to get legs off. What I think of Kelso making proximity chat for bikes. I saw like an Instagram reel. I don't even follow him on Instagram, but his reels, that reel popped up for the proximity chat, and I don't know, it looks alright. I did actually have someone mention to me about maybe doing it tonight, but I didn't really feel like being tech support, trying to get everyone to download it, and I feel like it'd just be such a big faff. But if it becomes a thing that people are using a lot and people want to use it, then sure. I feel like when you have like a new thing like that no one else have, you spend more time trying to set it up than actually using it. So didn't want to use it tonight, but it seems cool. Seems like a cool idea. Everyone spoke about doing it for years, and no one's actually done it. But yeah, it seems like he started up like an app, or like a web app or something like that. But I don't know, looks cool. Alright, so we can put a lap together, and then we can try and export a setup again and see if it gives me a different setup, and see if it gives me one that's better or different. Is this the one we got to stretch? Nope, this is not the jump we want to stretch. Okay, well, we survived at least. I didn't know if we were going to survive that, but we did. Okay. Interesting line, but we'll take it. Get to the inside here. Table. And alright, this is one we need to stretch a bit, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. It's more of like a trip. We haven't got to stretch it. But can't really scrub it as much as you might think you want to. Try to downside that a little bit as well, because otherwise you're going to get our legs off pretty easily. Ah, oh, of course we crashed right in the one of the last corners. Very easy to jump into that by the looks of it. I'm still 8 and a bit seconds up on my lap time though. Okay, yeah, taking this lap would have been much faster if we actually didn't crash there. But I don't know, the setup feels alright, and then we'll do one more lap, why not? And then we'll see if it gives us something better. Yeah, legs off, oh well. Right, should we see if it gives us anything better? So do I have to like answer these questions, like change these myself, or do I do the Q&A again? You should do MXGP qualies in 50 minutes of 125s. I can't be asked to ride a 125, I'll be completely honest. I don't enjoy 125s. Front end feels fine. Feels fine. Back end slides out a little bit, I suppose. A little bit bouncy in the choppy bumps. Feels like it's okay on hard landings, but not really over jumping anything. And then we'll export setup, and then it should give me something a little bit different to maybe fit that Q&A. Is that kind of how it does it? Yeah, so it's changed quite a lot. But yeah, that's the thing is, I don't know whether I have to do the Q&A every time or what. I see a yellow box. It's Agris again with the 10. Thank you very much. You always give me the 10, Agris. There's no message. I appreciate it though. Bro's just got that aura. Bro's just got that silent aura. No words needed, attitude. But yes, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Big W's in the chat. Big up Anis. Oh, okay. Yeah, nice. I'm going to actually try to find the finish jump. I'm going to go for a lap. Yes. Thank you, Agris. I appreciate that. Okay, yeah, nice. Right, where is the finish jump? It's over the back somewhere, isn't it? It's over here. I do not know. Upset there. Right, okay. Yeah. Right, let's go for a lap then, shall we? And we'll see what this new setup is like. See if it works any better. And we're going to get legs instantly. No, we're not, we're alive. We've been working on setting up a team. Oh, I was reading. Setting up a team. Noobs on the way up. Not the name, still working on all of it. Okay, I see you both. Big W. Let me know what you come up with. If you make a Discord, feel free to invite me. I'll hop in it. He's like the Dr. Pepper man. What does that even mean? Yeah, Agris just has that no words needed type of aura. Come in, drop a 10, no words. Yeah. Okay, this guy blocking behind me. I don't know if he's on a lap, but I'll let him by. And he's just been annihilated by a flying bike. As soon as I let him by, he gets killed. Oh, look here. Right, this is quite a hard corner to get right, because you have to, like, hop into it. Right, we'll go for one more lap, and then we can get race number 1 going around it. I won't sit in here for too long. But yeah, I have no tracks in mind tonight. This was the only one that I had in mind, and then we'll go back on mods again, and we'll see if we can find anything else. I'm going to the popular of all time, so most popular of all time category on mods, because normally that is where the most popular ones are, and then some of the older ones because they're the most popular because they've been out for a long time. Okie dokie. I was kind of hoping to go for a lap, but nope. Maybe not. We did have someone join, so I'll wait for them to get in. Can I wait for you? How long are you going to be, Drax? I don't mind waiting. We've got a few people sinking in still anyway. W haircut. I haven't had a haircut for like 2 weeks. But, thank you. How big is this triple? Okay, not that big. There was a triple into the corner. I want to know how big it was. It's not that big. Let's not go that fast over it next time. Miss the inside. Got cash money. I'm going to put my fan. You guys shouldn't be able to hear the fan too much. I've just absolutely annihilated Dom. Sorry. My bad. Sorry, as soon as we've got no one sinking, we'll get races going. Big old whip. Big whippage. Sure, man, we'll get you a team livery too. You haven't got to get me a team bike. I've got team bikes. It's all good. You haven't got to get me anything. CW Unadilla? If that's one of the popular ones, we could always have a look at it. People want to do that, we could always have a look at that. We do have Unadilla on Friday, so could be a little bit of practice. I doubt it's going to be like the aerial track roughness-wise, but could always ride it. To the inside there, over the tabletop. Got like a massive mother's meeting pile up at the top of this jump. Very interested. I've seen this PW guy join about 5 times now. What's he doing? Let's get up and over the buttery double. Let's try to get up and over this double as well. Marco, welcome to stream, my friend. My W tier 3 member. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. You doing 2 races around here? Yeah, we're doing 2 races around here. We shall do 2. Right, how many have we got? 20 people in here. Lovely jubbly. And 4 people sinking in. Jesus. But yeah, why is this PW guy connected, disconnected? Okay, don't know what happened to him. You're not here today, just wanted to take a look here? No problem, Marco. No problemo, my friend. Let's try again, shall we, with this? No lap data on this. Did I not literally just run like 3 laps on it? Okay, apparently not. Okay, apparently not. Right, as soon as everyone's synced, we'll get a race going. Can we triple this? Yep. Oh, through the middle of them. Didn't have a clue who was going where then, just kind of held it wide and hoped. This has been insane, bro. You saw the death ruts in 250s. You guys had death ruts? We didn't have anything in the 450s. Best game now for 270 hours. I'm at every event by its track 1 second of the world record. Do you think that's good for 270? Do you think most people need to go pro? Do you think most people need to go pro? No one has to go pro or needs to go pro. Not everyone cares about going pro. People just want to play the game for fun, really. But yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about world records, just because at the end of the day, the world record, the person that has a world record isn't the fastest guy in the game. I wouldn't stress too much about world records in ranked. It's literally just subjected to who's played the track and who's put a good lap time down, basically. But yeah, I don't think you have to. Don't worry about going pro if you don't want to go pro. Oh, you had a Kaiser user in your server. He absolutely killed the track. You good boy. Selfie went sleep. Yeah, nice. Nice. Selfie still hasn't done the results, because I want to see how many points I am up on JS7 now. But he still hasn't done the points. So I think he just went to bed last night and has just given up on the series. As you do when it's your series, you know. How do you install the A-Kit? Literally go onto the A-Kit on mods, click download, open up the application in the folder, and then download it. Pretty much it. And then it's all just keybinds, basically. It tells you the keybinds of what in the description. How did you get on yesterday, Marco? Did you do well, or was the server just cooked to the point where no one was really worried about the result? When do most people go pro? How many hours? Again, hours isn't always everything. I wouldn't stress about it too much. Most people I know that have just gone pro or starting to go pro is like 1,500 to 2,000-ish is where I see most people start making their first pro races. But it's very dependent for like people like Boy, for example. Boy's only on like 2 and a bit thousand. Jake's only on 2 and a bit thousand. And you know, there's people with like 8k hours in aerial races that aren't even in the top 10 yet. So I wouldn't stress about hours too much. Hours is very everyone plays the game at different times, different amounts. People can only play at certain times. Yeah, I wouldn't stress about hours too much. I made my first pro race at 600 hours, but it's just, you know, no one is really able to do that anymore, just how the game's got. Oh, you quit after 3 minutes of Moto 2 because of the ruts? Fair enough. Yeah, it's a shame that Selfie wasn't there to try and sort it, get rid of the guy using it, but don't know why you go to bed when you're running your series. I take it that's probably why we went straight into Moto 2, because he just went to bed, so it just auto-changed to Moto 2. Right, let's give this a go then. Yes, how's everyone doing this fine Tuesday evening? Oh, ew. Well, unfortunately, you guys that have just joined, I'm going to have to wait for Mode 2, I'm afraid, just as we've just started the race. You're hardcore washed now. You barely called for that race yesterday. Damn. Maybe you're just in a bit of a slump week or something. You're killing Ricardo. Poor Ricardo. Oh, who's left and changed bike? Because Jersel's inside. Is that PW, I think? I bet he joined on a bike and then left to change it. He's the only one I know that's left and changed bike. We do not have a good gate pick because we didn't choose a gate. Oh my god, holy cross jump. Week is 4 weeks now. Yeah, I started my outdoor series like that basically. Just couldn't get a flow, didn't feel good, kept getting shitty results. And then just started, I don't know, I just had a night where I got 2 good starts for once and got 5th overall or 4th overall or something at Millville, I think it was. And then by that point you just get a bit of confidence back and you just start riding on normal again. But yeah, you just got to try and get a good result. But it is, the tracks and the game for some reason this year is very, very start dependent to everything. I don't know why. Very, very rarely was the game really that start dependent, but for some reason this year it just seems to be very, very start dependent. Thank you, Agris, for subscribing. What's most important to learn? I feel like I'm more of a racer, put fastest down. You have some tips that can help me get even better. Practice 1 lap speed if you feel like you struggle with that the most. I feel like a lot of people are the exact same way. I'm the same way myself. I'm much better at racing than I am at putting lap times down. So practice hot lapping and actually focus on getting your 1 lap speed faster. Because although you may be a good racer, if you haven't got that 1 lap speed to get into the race, you can't show that you're a good racer. So I had to do the exact same thing. I learned the game by not caring about 1 lap speed. I didn't care how fast I was going. I was throwing fat whips and look cool. But yeah, as soon as I started wanting to go pro and decided to try and qualify for things, I realised how terrible my 1 lap speed actually was. And then I just had to focus on putting laps down. And I'd set like a 20-minute timer and just try to do hot laps and treat that like a qualifying simulation type of thing. And just practice putting lap times down. So yeah, if you feel like you're struggling with 1 lap speed, just try and focus on 1 lap speed. Right, we're 5 and a bit seconds down. He's just gone down, so it's another position. That puts us into P3, I'm pretty sure. That's probably have no confidence. Yeah, after you have a few bad races and a few bad nights, you just have no confidence and you start riding worse because you just feel like you shouldn't be riding good. Oh yeah, keep driving that bike, boy. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. I knew he was going to whip into me, that's why I didn't scrub. Because if I scrubbed, we would have hit each other. Get to the... Oh, that's... terrible line. Okay, we've nearly looped it. Yes, so. Oh, we got 46 people in it. Damn. Welcome everyone to the stream. Maybe no password is the way to go. I thought I'd try no password today to see if it helps. Any tips on cornering? Can't play without lean help. Either I tuck the front or go into the next rut. Or go over the rut. Turn lean help off. I wouldn't use lean help just because in the long run it will hinder you and really make you struggle turning. You need to just turn it off and practice with it off basically. Because once you get more comfortable on that, when you've got to turn it off in a couple thousand hours or whatever, or when you need to turn it off, because I wouldn't recommend running it at all, you end up holding yourself back more. So just turn it off and try to play as much as you can to get used to it off, basically. Oh, you play without lean help, sorry. I must have read that wrong while I was riding. Yeah, you just gotta try lean off. I feel like a lot of people when they first get the game want to try all the assists and have a lot of them on, but your best bet is just turn them all off and learn the game with them off. Because otherwise you put 500 hours in, and then you have to change one thing like that, and it's like relearning the whole game again. It's like when people tap, where they're like tapping the stick to turn. They'll get comfortable and used to that, and then as soon as they are being held back from it and they need to turn it off, they basically have to spend the next month relearning how to play the game again, and it really sets them back. So if you can just try to turn all the assists off, just if you get the game or you're newer to the game, just copy someone's settings, get a good base, and then you can tailor them down to how you want them. It's all about like getting a good foundation when you first start the game, basically. Because when I first started the game, there wasn't like all these tips videos and tricks videos and settings and pro settings and videos, like all that. You never had any of that. You kind of had to figure out yourself, but there's so much now to copy someone's settings. You can get your own suspension. There wasn't any paid suspension or anything when I first got the game. So you can, there's so much for you to learn the game and to get good at the game now. It's just a matter of trying to put the time and effort into it, really. There's a lot to help you. Watch tip videos, watch tips and tricks, try and get a good suspension. There is Boy in the lead, I do believe. Pretty sure he's Jersel. What's your favourite spoon? What? Would Spork be a suitable friend? Yes, absolutely. Of course. The gaming thing in 2021. Something. Knew nothing about it back then. Yeah. Yeah, the game's definitely come a lot away just with like content side of things. There's so many people that make videos and stuff on the game now. You're bound to find loads of tips videos and helpful tips. I mean, even like me doing coaching now, there wasn't an MX Bytes coach when I got the game. There's people that can help you, there's videos that can help you, there's suspension that can help you. Some would argue it's easier to learn the game now than it ever has been, really. It's still a hard game, don't get me wrong. There's a lot more stuff you can do, a lot more research and videos you can watch to get better. Or coaching, like me. Don't really struggle for one lap's pace in the races, but there is where my strength and consistency. Yeah, the earlier you can get into a rut, the better. The easier it is to follow the rut, basically. Thanks for being a wise, humble man. Have a great day. No worries, Nizzy. Have a good rest of your day, my friend. That's not where the track goes, mate. Yeah, so someone is inside. I think it's the PW guy that is inside Boy. Because he is the only guy that has left and rejoined multiple times. So I'm going to have to eject him because he's going to be ruining people's experiences. People are going to be lagging, stuttering, game crashing. He'll probably come in here and wonder why he's been kicked, but it's because he will bug the whole server otherwise. Let's double check that no one's inside Boy anymore, and then he should be good. Yes, we good. So it was him. It was him that left. We'll wait for everyone to finish, and then we'll go back to practice for a little bit, and then we'll go back into another race again. I don't want to say ban, I only ejected him. Have you seen the MXB app? Which one? The suspension one? The only new app I can think of. Oh? Did he fall off the map? I saw him falling and then he quit. Nope, he just crashed and left. Yep, nice. Nope. He just crashed with one corner. He crashed in the last corner and then left. He had literally one straight just to finish the race, but nah, bro's dipped. Mr. Ricardo, he's beaten Hale. Ricardo's barked. In the top 10 as well, because Cuts has actually retired, hasn't he? So. GSR 450 different than 250 because you're very fast on 250, but 450 not really. So don't ride the 450. Maybe that's why. Yes, you have to ride the 450 and the 250 completely different to each other. They have completely different power. They have completely different power, completely different traction, completely different geometry. They're heavier. So yeah, you have to ride them completely different. Right. Back to practice. Nah, I was lagging. Yeah. Okay, buddy. Okie dokie, buckaroo. Your download's taking the piss. Well, we're going to do another like 10 minutes of practice and then into another race. So you've got about 10 minutes or so. And I'm leaving the roughness as it is. I know it's deep, but ride a bit of E-Road, guys. You're going to have to ride E-Road at some point. It's called MXB app, made by Frost and someone else. Is it the mods one, where you can put mods in without closing the game? Is that the app? I did see that, if that's what you're talking about. I'm not really bothered about it, if that makes sense. I'll just close my game and reopen it again. I'm not too worried about having to do it without closing my game. I don't really mind. Doesn't bother me. We have to ride the 450 like a baby and 250 like unboxing, if that makes sense. I feel that. I feel like if you're newer to a 450, it is a bike you really have to like ride tamely. But once you're used to a 450, you can throw about. Like on a 450 now, I can just go 100% flat out and I'm not going to like loop or spin out. Obviously, it happens sometimes, but it's not because of just a lack of knowing how to ride the bike, if that makes sense. But yeah, you get used to it. You get used to how to ride a 450, but that's why I'm terrible on 250s, because I never, ever, ever ride them. Hello? Why is my game done this? My game's done this again. My game did this yesterday as well, during the practice before the British. Like, it just stops, and I have to, like, forcibly crash the game. And I feel like a lot of people have also been struggling with just the game stability lately, and I don't know why. Track is the pinned comment, Havoc Racing. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people have been struggling about game crashes and mentioning that the game just feels really unstable at the minute. And yeah, I very, very rarely get game crashes, but for some reason, I seem to just keep getting a freeze like that. And then it will just sit there. Like, it will sit there. I've tried to leave it before for like 2 minutes to see if it comes back, and it just won't. So, I don't really know. It's not just like a game crash. It will just freeze, and then I just have to manually try and crash the game. Sometimes you try to load up a track in your game, just crashes. Yeah, I just feel like the game's very unstable at the minute. I don't really know why. But, oh well, we'll open back up again. And then once we get in, we can try and get a race going. Depending on who's still sinking in. Canada has a race vid soon, tomorrow. Tomorrow, Pseudo video comes out. Tomorrow, 5 PM BST is what we're in a minute. So 5 PM BST, whatever that'll be for most of you. Probably like midday for most of the NA guys there, innit? Right, let's jump back into the server. But yeah, we'll do one more race around here, and then we'll go to a different track. If you've got any suggestions, let me know, and we can try one. What's my favorite track this season? MX. Good race bias. I think I'll go with Millville, just because it was a track that you had to be consistent on to do well. It wasn't just flat out. So Millville, for me, I think was one of the most enjoyable ones. No password today, Drax. We're doing no password. We're seeing if that helps with anything. And yeah, seem to fill the server up quicker. Because a lot of the time, people see the password and they don't care. They just won't go onto the stream to get the password. But I feel like when it's not passworded, you have a higher chance of people joining and a higher people of joining the stream because they're in the server. There's no, people hate to do extra work, aka load up your phone to look at the password, but make it easier for people, and I suppose it helps. So yeah, we're trying no password today, and maybe we'll keep trying it. The only thing with no password is the server can be a little bit more hectic, because if I say something in the stream, not every single person in the server is going to be in the stream, whereas when you got a password, probably 95% of the people in that server will have my stream on. So they can be a little bit more hectic, but I feel like we've struggled to fill some servers up lately. So thought we'd give it a go, thought we'd try it. Seems to have helped though. Alright. It takes a long time to load down. I've got to load off V-Road because the track's very deep in a minute. You've been starting your career ranked races and looking into entering some ARMS races. Lovely stuff. Yeah, the best way to improve is do the MyMXB ARMS races, because that teaches you how to sign up, how to confirm, how to show up to race. Thank you, Pseudo, for subscribing. And how to get you into qualifying, like time to qualifying. It's all good doing pub lobbies and doing ranked and stuff like that, but it doesn't teach you to sign up, show up at a time, get into qualifying, then do the races. Once you get into the swing of that, by the time you get into aerial, if you are wanting to do the aerial pro races, you're pretty comfortable with the format of it. Do you recommend getting these tracks for somebody with 250 hours of the game? Because you feel like beginning tracks or intermediate for me are getting too easy. Yeah, I always say to people, don't spend too long on easy tracks because you just end up getting better at that track rather than actually improving at the game. So I do maybe 100 hours maximum on like the easy tracks like Forest and Farm and Polita. and Walnut, stuff like that. I wouldn't do really any more than 100 hours on them. I'd kind of go straight into some harder tracks after that. All signed up at now. It's been now. I've been looking about it, kind of thinking of waiting for a new series to start. Yeah, I mean, there's always different series starting and people using different tracks. There's always something to do. I feel like on my MXB, there's always something that's going, and I feel like a lot of time, if you're a 250 guy, there's a lot more. Very rarely do people have like a 450 and a 250 class. They'll just have a 250 class. So if you're on a 250, you probably have a higher chance of finding random servers. But most of the time, when you're on a 450, you're pretty good at the game anyway. So you don't really do too many just random races. You did an hours on Turkey last night, and the track is awesome for racing. Yeah, Turkey's quite a good track. The GP tracks in general, I think, were quite good this year. But we'll wait for everyone that's sinking in to get in, and then we'll get the race going. And then we can go to a different track. So made some progress recently, taking 4 to 5 seconds off your PBs on a lot of tracks. W. Even made it around Parla. Big W. Parla is always quite an awkward track. I think it is one of the least flowy tracks in the game, or just in like the American calendar. I don't know. I'm comparing it to a game, by the way, but Parla always seems to just be the most notchy and not flowy track, in my opinion. I always seem to do terrible at Parla. I just never feel comfortable on any of the tracks. I've done 5 years of Parla, and I don't think any of them I've felt good at or got a good result at. Never do well at Parla. I don't know why. I never really feel comfortable on the track. Alright, see if we can get a lap down and then get a race going. I'm going to see if I can do a lap and then use the A kit and yeah, see if it gives me like a good setup basically. Does bike setup let you go faster? Talking about average people, not noobs. Yes, a suspension will help you go faster. It'll make you feel a bit more comfortable so you can push a little bit more. I'm not saying it's going to drop you 10 seconds off your lap time, but it could make you feel a lot more comfortable than on a default suspension. And when you feel comfortable, you push more. And when you push more, you go faster. So. 30 minutes of riding? What do you mean 30 minutes riding? You got SBX suspension for the 450YZW. Cameroon box, what a guy. L. Aiden, damn. Nuts. You have to shoot, bro, so you can't say longer. GG's of being what time I can't work team wise. See you in, think of any good. Alrighty. No problemo, Ricardo. Have a good rest of your night. And yeah, like I said, if you make a Discord for the team, do let me know. And I can always hop in, I don't mind. Oh, okay, so who's using Kaiser? Who's in me server? It's freaking one of yous. Right. Oh, I can't even go back that far. That's annoying. It's normally the shit ones. It's one of these. Okay, don't know why it's doing that. Let's try. I don't think it's Jim. Jim's been there for ages. But yep, he's stuck. Nice. Was perfect sag? I haven't got a clue. I get given my suspensions most of the time, so I honestly could not tell you, to be honest. Perfect hero traded. Yeah. Perfecto. I'm doing very well today. How are you doing? You'll be on soon. Better see some good old tracks. Yeah, we're going to do one more round here. And then we're done, Zod. Everyone does you. Oh, Jamie and Pickle both got it. That's happened yesterday, Motor. Yeah, it's the Kaiser we rode. I mean, that is the thing with not having a pass on the server, but it's gonna happen. I can't go back far enough to see, you know, who actually has got it on. They spawn here. Over there. Just wait for him to come back. Or has he left? Can I... Where's the pits on this place? God, why do you have to fly so far away? One second, lads. Just trying something. Does anyone's bike spawn on this? No, he's left. He's done it and left, I think. Right, anyway. Well, we will reset track. We'll have to try. Track is broken. Yeah. It's alright, we're just going to race. We'll do one more race around here, then we'll go change track anyway. I think the guy's left anyway. I think he just done it and dipped. I think he got scurried. Wait. Marco. How long gonna be? Sorry, guys. Wait, look at who left. Yeah, Madman left and Justin dropped as well. But what model is that? It's quite nice. It is one off the shop. It's one of the OEM ones. It's made by Frankie, I do believe. It's like 4 or 5 different models all in one, basically, and you can choose like which model you want. I think it's like $3, $4, or something like that. But yeah, it's an actual OEM one. Yeah, I think it was probably Madman or Justin, maybe. I don't actually know. I'm not gonna name names if I don't know who it actually is. I don't want to say someone's cheating when they're not. How do you get a good start at this game? Is there a way for us to go faster at the starting gate? Not really. Try and find a way that works best for you. Push into the gate, so put your walk forwards button, and then if you push it all the way down, you can see the front end drops, which basically works as your whole shot device and keeps the front end lower. How can you get good model spots for handguards? VGR models do all of our models. What is this at the bottom? Why have I got like some mouse? Don't know why that's on. And then, yeah. Oh, okay, as soon as I looked at the chat. Yes, doesn't look like they're in here anymore. I went to hang back at the start, see if anyone had a trail of, you know, nothing underneath them, but they've either got it off or they've left. Who does our graphics? Farsight Designs does all the element graphics. This bike that I'm on right now isn't an actual bike, it's just a streamer bike. It's a bike that's underneath my KTM that I use for the aerial races. So the streamer has a bike to look at, it's double packed. So yeah, this isn't technically a bike that's made for me, it's just normally a bike that's underneath the KTM, but you can run it on OEM. So it's basically 2 paints in one. Yeah, I think the guy using Kaiser's gone. I think he just had to get a little bit of you know, stimming out of his system. I see someone in element stuff. Who is it? Oh, it's Breezy. Oh, Jamie. Yeah. You can't find VGR models. If you're in the Element Discord, try to go to the sponsored Discord channels. If you're in the Element one, should be in there. If not, DM me on Discord, AidenMXB, and I can send it to you probably after the stream. We're into P4 somehow, even though we literally waited for everyone to go off the start because I wanted to see if that guy using Kaiser is still there, but... VGR? Yeah, it's VJR. Boyd in the lead again. Boyd's in here, pub dumping on everyone. A little try hard. Robs the overall from me and then robs the wins in pub lobbies. Oh well. At least it was my teammate that took the overall from me. Bit of the KTM model Aiden uses from there, Vinny specifically. Yes, Vinny is the one that is basically our guy that does them. But yeah, you can basically get our model from VGR. We don't gatekeep them or anything. He says do want it to be public and purchasable, and yeah, fine by me. People want to run what I'm running, fine by me. Doesn't make a difference to me. Yep. Definitely going to catch Boy, but we can try again to P2. Best second model in the game, W. Graphics is Fast Iron Designs, model is VJR. Someone asked for model and then someone asked for graphics. So I take it some people only heard one of them. Oh my god. Got Breezy right on the back of us now. Got yellow flag, someone's gone down. I think it's Pickle. Yeah, Eden is Madman. Was leaving but saw, definitely haven't followed him about. Okie dokie. I'll try to look who it is, but the only thing is if I find the guy's name and get his GUID, I can send it to someone that will ban him in like 5 minutes. But a lot of time, Kaiser, you just can spoof your GUID, so he'll just change his GUID and join back anyway. So I tend to not stress over it too much because, like I said, even if I send him the GUID, it might not be the one that he's even using. He'll just change it and then join another server anyway. So I don't stress about it too much. Not really much that you can do about it. It's more of a Perbosa thing that he needs to pull his finger out and sort. But like I said, it's normally the shit guys that buy it because why else would you buy cheats? No one buys cheats and they're good at it. Ew, we're off the track. Back on the track. This is in front of me, Pickle. Marco's just joined. We are changing track up to Marco. Any track suggestions from you lot though, do let me know. I think someone did say Cool Whip Unadilla. If people want to do that, we could always give that a go. But I'm open to some suggestions. Try to find some like older tracks that maybe you've ridden in the past that you used to really enjoy, or tracks that you never really see anymore. Has my game just done it again? What is this game? This game is so shit, bro. If I just leave it, is it going to do anything, or is it just frozen me again? Honestly, like, game crashes in this game are the most stupid. I'm just riding. I'm not doing anything. No worries. Oh, no, we're back. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this game is, like, the most unstable it's ever been, I think. I think ever since the update with like the overjump crash and stuff, I think it's just been so unstable. I don't know why, because I think he's messed around with netcode and stuff. I don't know whether he's made some changes to that, and I don't know, maybe it's screwed other things. Normally when a game is updated or something's changed, something else breaks with it. I think he's definitely broken something. Are VGR models paid? Yes. He's been doing it all night. I've seen someone before in Pablo B's, and he was literally joining, waiting for a race to start, doing donuts, and then leaving, like with the E-road thing. So just holes along the start straight and stuff. And he'd do that and then leave, join another server, do that, leave, join another server. Like, yeah, wow, must be having a fun night. Yeah, sounds like a really, really nice way to spend your weeknight. Just literally pub stomping, just like making massive holes everywhere, leaving, join another server, doing the same thing. Join another server doing the same thing. I mean, if you want to pay $75 a month for it or whatever it is, I think it's actually like $75 a week or something, which is even more nuts. Hey, you do you, I suppose. Any update on when the new OEMs are coming out? Not yet. Most likely in the off season, so before next year's Supercross. I wouldn't expect anything until the pro racing's finished. Well, P8 in the end after our game crashed. I think it was in third. Right. Right. Let's jump out of here and yeah, let's go to a different track. WW Ranch. WW Ranch is a fun track. It's very, very wide open. We could always let's have a look. Isn't WW Ranch a very framey track? I'm sure it was a very framey track. Let's go to the popular all-time. What we got in here? Some Supercross tracks. Mesquite. We won't do Mesquite, for that track was very, very overused. Couple Supermoto tracks. The Farm by T-Bell used to be quite a fun track. Hogback as well was quite a fun track. People want to try the Cool Whip Unadilla. We could always give that a go. Let me get a link for everyone. Not too sure what this track is like. I think I have ridden it before, but I couldn't tell you whether it was fun or not. We could maybe do that last. We can maybe do that after this one to like end the night. Depending on how long we're on this track for, really. Right, has everyone finished that race that they were in? Or are we still waiting for some people to finish? I have to download this track anyway, so it gives everyone a couple seconds. Gives everyone a minute or so to get that race finished. I feel like everyone should be finished in the next 30 seconds or so. I don't think we would have put like 2 minutes on anyone. If not, they would have been lapped probably. But yes, everyone download that Unadilla. Right, my track has 20 seconds left to download. Are you jumping in now then, Marco? I saw you join when we was in that race. Marco's normally pretty quick in these Pablos. Can't like Cool Whip his hot buttons. I mean, hey, people want to try the track, we'll try it. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Who knows? It's one of the most popular tracks that this game's got. I have the track downloaded. I genuinely could not tell you when I rode this track, but I have the track already. So that was a waste of 2 minutes while the track downloaded. Hello, Lockheed Plays. Welcome to the stream. Doing very well. How are you doing today? I loaded the game up before putting the server up. And then I forgot what the track was called. You were there. Right. CW Unadilla. Alright. Right. Server's up. Server is up, skis. Let's do a boot change. I tell you what we could run. I'm gonna run the Element hoodie. Why not? Why not? W Marco, indeed. And then we can run the purple boots. I love the purple boots. Maybe the nicest Alpine-style boots that have ever dropped. Big fan. Big fan of these bad boys. Match the bike a little bit as well with a little bit of fluorescent, a little bit of greeny fluorescent vibe. Yeah, no mud. Right, let's jump in the server. Make sure we get the admin password right so we can actually start a race. Right, let's jump in. You have that hood part, but your skins won't work. I don't know. It's just normal gear, and then you just put a hoodie on. Or then you just put the hoodie thing on. That makes any sense. Basically just normal gear. Should work. Should just work like normal gear does, really. Right, let's try this track. It's annoying how long the game takes to load. But nice if it didn't take like 4 minutes to load into each race. You want to test the SPX stuff, but not the setups from shop, like the sponsored one. But I don't get them, we'll have to ask Splash. What do you mean, want to test the SPX stuff, not the setups from shop? The sponsored ones, they're all just giving out Bravo. Anytime. If you're talking about like his website, his shop, I'm pretty sure we run the same ones. Unless we like personally get anything changed. I don't believe so. Okay, my SPX setup is apparently optimal for the current track conditions. What about the one that I'd normally use, the one that I've been using? Lower the fuel, so I've got 8.5 litres in. 3 litres is plenty. And then, what if I just export one? Will it then make a different one? And then I'll run a lap on this and I'll see if it makes me something different. Again, I still don't really know how this works, but I'm kind of just doing it and seeing if it works. Kind of the best way to explain what I'm doing with it, basically. Clicking a bunch of buttons and hoping it makes me something cool. Don't know why I have the connection box. You don't have the trouble with the kind of high shot the PKZ isn't showing up for me in-game. You have to rename the PKZ. If you're in the Evolve Discord, go to the race alerts and it tells you what to rename it to. Right, so this is the setup that it's given me for this track. And then I'll do a lap. And do like a little Q&A. And then it'll, you know, try and make me another setup. You're losing your mind trying to figure it out. Yeah, I think if you re-download it now, it's fine. I'm sure someone said if you re-download it, it works. Like, it's been fixed. I think Nico's fixed it. But yeah, last night I think it was pretty cooked. I'm interested how B Clay is going to do this track for Friday. It's normally a pretty rough and hard track. I mean, this already seems pretty rough. Big sky shot jump, I love it. Legs off there now. Don't think you used to get legs off there. Well, I don't think you could really crash them before, but now you can... Okay, now I'm stuck. Yes, so... Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice. Bit of enduro. Not enduro champ for nothing. Right, we're up. We are up. A bit of screw you. Doesn't seem that hard on this one. Can't wait for the aerial one. I feel like the aerial one's probably going to be an absolute pain in the arse. Everyone's going to be doing their best Hunter Lawrence impression. Oh, okay, yep. Yep. That's a little bit smaller. What about Breezy? No, Breezy just done the exact same thing, I think. That is a very small double. I did not expect it to be that small. Probably better have to go around this, maybe. Yeah, you probably don't want to go over that inside roller. And then it's not a split lane on this because this is the 24 layout, I'm pretty sure. Which they did the split lane in 25, I think. Are you allowed to post a shot link? If so, can I post a shot link for the model to make sure it's right? I don't think it's going to let you. But there should be like 4 or 5. There's like I think this is the force swap. So if one of them on there is called the force swap, then you should be in the right one. There's a handguard version and then a non-handguard version. I'm pretty sure it comes with 2 PKZs, so whichever one you buy should come with handguards and no handguards. And then I think there's also an acro pipe and an FMF. I think it also comes with both. So you technically get 4 models for the price of 1. Pretty sure that's what it is. I mean, it's the only one I've bought, and I've got an acro version with handguards, a FMF with handguards, and then one with no handguards. So I think it kind of works that way. Right, how am I hitting this then if we're going to get our legs off when we jump? Unless I just try and land really... We just try that, I suppose. Right, I need to remember this is absolutely tiny, or you can just triple it maybe. Probably just triple that bit. Might work. Let's try inside here maybe. And then get to the outside. Don't think you want to touch the inside roller. Oh, I had no idea where his bike was going. No idea where Bro's bike was going to be going. 2019, barking. Oh. It is the Force model swap by Frankie on Shop, I believe is the kind of easiest way to explain it. Right, so, okay. So then we try this. Pro, motocross. Doesn't feel too bad in corners. Lays over fine. Back end kind of feels fine. Feels a bit harsh. Maybe a little bit too soft. And then what do I just do that and then it gives me a different setup? Oh, people will join it. Why did I have 450 mod pack? Is that what it's called? I can't remember what the exact name is. I just know what the model's called. Don't know if I keep getting these connection boxes, but... Right, we'll try this model then and see this setup and see what this feels like. Forces option down at the bottom, right, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure there's like multiple different models in that one pack. Right, let's see what this setup feels like, see if it feels any different, better. I believe you do a lap like that and then do a Q&A and it kind of changes it for you. Okay. I guess we got legs off going up the hill. Interesting. Mar. Legs off for you. Legs off is interesting. Yes. I just don't like how inconsistent it is. If I launch to flat from Narnia, then yeah, sure. Sounds fine. But yeah, if I'm getting legs off just by hitting a bump going uphill, it's a bit random. But if I hate it, yeah, I'm the same way. Like I said, if it gives it to me for a valid reason, sure, I should have crashed. But yeah, if I'm getting it from hitting a bump wrong, then yeah, I think it is a bit silly. It's just quite inconsistent. In-server can't join warm-up. You should be able to join warm-up, it's just practice. As soon as you join the server, you should be able to ride. You shouldn't be able to... I shouldn't have to click anything for you to be able to ride. Interesting place to leave your bike. Yeah, I should just let you go to track. Don't see why it wouldn't. Okay. Is the $7 to $10 one right? I believe so. talking about the model, yeah, I believe so. Says you're banned. I can't tell you. Maybe you got an old setup on, or what? I haven't manually banned anyone. You hear about the MXB app? If you're talking about the one where you can add mods, yes. You're a madman. Oh, well then you're using Kaiser and your account's been banned by the sounds of it, so. Unlucky, mate. Unlucky. Someone said madman was the one cheating. Sounds to me like your account's been banned, buckaroo. Oh, someone said they were following a guy called Madman, and he was the one making the big E-road ruts on the Havoc track we were just doing. And if you're now all of a sudden banned, then I don't know, sounds like your account's been banned or something. Unless you just put an old setup on, I don't know. I do not know. I haven't manually banned anyone, so if you're banned, I don't actually know why. Yes, I've seen the proximity chat thing as well. Right, do one more lap if I can, and then we can get a race going. Is Smack Talk brought to us by the same creators of Kaiser? Is that the proximity thing? Is that what it's called, Smack Talk? I just know of the proximity thing. Are you talking about the thing that Kelso made a video on? Well, I saw it on Instagram reel. I don't know if he's made like a full video on it. I think he has. I don't know. But if you're talking about like the proximity chat that Kelso talked about, that's the website he's made himself. Kelso made it, yeah. Pretty sure that's something that he's developed himself with people. I don't believe it's anything to do with Kaiser. I don't think Kelso has anything to do with Kaiser. Oh, we were like 2.5 seconds up. That's annoying. Interesting one. Bro, I had no reason to try anything there. Let's see if everyone's in. Curious if he made Kaiser. I don't think he'd be making content on the game anymore if he made Kaiser. Right, can I watch myself for the last like 10 seconds, please? Half my lobbies. My game has crashed again. I've been live for an hour and 15 minutes and my game has crashed 3 times. What is this game? How has my game crashed like 3 times? My game has crashed this stream. How? Why? What the flip? Broken is the last update. I know, I'd never ever get game crashes, and now all of a sudden my game is just crashing every 2 seconds. I've got to join, and then I've got to leave, and then I've got to load in again. Oh, why does this game do this? 2 crashes a day? Yeah, it's annoying. Proximity chat seems cool for elims, but I don't want to hear it in a series race. I want to do it in a pro race. That'd be interesting. Would be quite interesting to see what people were saying. I feel like a lot of the time, what would be quite funny is if someone crashes in front of you, you're just going to hear them scream or shout or something. Proxy chat in pubs would be wild. The thing is, I also would like to use proximity chat in a stream. One, I don't want to have to be tech support to help everyone download it, because I feel like we'd spend an hour trying to get everyone to get it to work before we even touch the game. And two, I'm just going to have people ripping it next to me every 2 seconds because I'm live. So it's like, I don't really want to spend ages setting it up. And I don't trust people being near me with proximity chat. You want to hear people within a corner length, so it'd be good for area. I mean, yeah, that's what proximity chat is, I suppose. Don't want to hear riders laughing as they bump me up the track. What I would like to use it for is have proximity chat when you're behind lappers, so you can just scream at them. Just shout at them. Move! Just start screaming. If you crash into the fence on forest, you crash. I mean, yeah, and if you hit anything with speed with hard collisions, you are probably going to crash. But I shouldn't be crashing just riding or going back to pits and my game crashes. Like, it shouldn't be doing anything like that. And like I said, I never normally have any issues with it. But for some reason today, my game has decided to crash 3 times. What's this lead? I don't know. So, a little bit annoying, but hopefully everyone's in the server, and then as soon as I get in, I can get a race going. We're on 978 members in my Discord, so if you haven't joined my Discord, please do join it. I want to try to get to 1,000. In some instances, it could definitely be cool. Yeah, I think it definitely would be cool, but you will have the odd people that will do something. Right. We do have 27 people in it, so I'm going to start the first race. I know we have loads of people joining, but I've joined with admin password. Why can't I not start the race? It doesn't even say polls disabled or anything. I have admin. Nope. Nope. Okay, I think the game just was not working. Okay, yeah, sick. Okay, right, well, we're racing now. Finally 4 lobbies. Yeah, I'm trying no password today, Marker. A lot of monetization with us on proximity, though. Yeah, that's what I mean, Breezy. I feel like I'm just going to have, like, now. Say these two next to me are just ripping it in my ears. What do? I can't do anything. I can't go anywhere. I'll have to sit and wait in the pits for 30 seconds and then go to track right at the last second. So, hello, patron. Welcome to the stream. I do have my setup on, don't I? I think so. I don't know. Hope so. But yeah, I feel like it'd be cool for a video, but I don't know if proximity would be good for a stream. I don't trust the Bytes community. I'd be saying some questionable things if I got punted. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe like for a video it would be fun, but I don't think I'd trust doing it on a stream. Not only for like monetization wise and just people, yeah, nice one, Brady, just ripping it, but also for the people that might just be chilling at work or chilling at home, maybe even have me on their TV. Don't think they want to sit there and just listening to people ripping it for 5 minutes in a race while we're all sat on the gate waiting for the gate to drop. So I think for the sake of everyone's ears, maybe some younger people that might watch the channel definitely need to hear what people were saying. Like I said, for a video, because I can cut it out. Anything that's questionable can be cut, but you can't do that for a stream. You're the co-owner of there's a kill switch button you combine to auto mute. Oh, there's a way you've done that, have you? To mute everyone whenever you want to mute separate people that are doing too much. Okay, that's a good idea, to be fair. They have to hear it one day. My stream is a safe space. But I know what the MS Bytes community is like, and I don't trust them. Not one bit. We've got Jamie in here as well. We've got a few pros in this lobby. This is not an easy lobby. That bite's going to come into my line, isn't it? Yep. And of course, we hit this one as well. MX Lobby is prime MW2. It's like when Nick A30 tries to talk in a COD lobby. It's like, yep, that isn't going to work, mate, is it? Hey guys, can we be family friendly? No! And I'm going to get legs. Like I said with the inconsistency thing, I've done that 5 times in practice. And then, yeah, in the race, it makes me crash. Like, what? You know, Breezy screams every 2 seconds. He probably does. What more do you expect from a Geordie? Jamie got 6 seconds of cuts. Are we all going to get 6 seconds of cuts, or has he just got a dodgy line? No, I got 3. He just must have gone off track twice. It says you're banned from cheating. What does that mean? If it says you're banned for cheating, you've probably put an old setup on or something. You probably tried to put an old setup on something that the game doesn't recognize, and it thinks, oh, I don't recognize this. He must be cheating. So if it says you're banned from cheating, you've done an old setup, or yeah, something's not or something the game hasn't recognized, and it just thinks it's cheating straight away. So we don't really know. There's never really just one answer for it. Like it means you're banned for cheating. To be fair, 9 times out of 10 when it says banned for cheating, you're not even cheating. Just says that if something the game doesn't recognize, it's just like, oh yeah, I don't recognize that font. You must be cheating. Oh yeah, ignore the racing line. It's fine. I'm on a Yami. Vegan line. Okay. That's completely my bad. I tried to oppo and I went through him. Repair online happens all the time. Maybe try to clear some of your setups, or if you've got like a really old setup, it might just be bugging with that. Okay, guess we're bike lifing down the pit straight. Fine by me. I mean, we're in P2. I didn't think we was in P2. I can't lie. Thought it was way further back now. If you had to give Smacktalk a try on your server before beta ends, I could always give it a go. I probably wouldn't try it today, but I don't know. I could maybe look into trying it. I wouldn't be opposed to doing. I'd like to do it for a video, but depends how many people we can get in. So when you say in beta, Patron, is that because it's new and you're testing stuff, or is that because it's gonna go into being paid, or how's that working? 1999, you know. This is race 1, George. Doing one more around there. Been playing this game for only 1 month, that's why I have. Huh. Yeah, I don't know why else it would say that you're cheating. The game can't recognize something. The track we're on now is Unidilla, the track that's pinned. And then I don't know what we're going to do next. Maybe we'll do WW Ranch or something for the last track. I feel like a few people would know that track. Okay, that did not work whatsoever. Not crashing out once. Marco's gone. Marquez has had enough. You're too washed. You can't get unwashed if you don't race. You gotta unwash yourself. Can't even ride straight. I know, great thing. That would help you ride straight again, Marco. Try clearing your cache. Yeah, I mean, clearing your cache might help as well. Maybe if you've got like some old tracks or, I don't know. Maybe just something, maybe try to delete some stuff that you just don't ever use. Maybe something like that might be bugging it out. If you say it happens a lot on online, then it's probably something that you've got in the game. Do the concept graph WW Ranch. I didn't even know there was multiple WW Ranches. That track was it back in the day. I could have a look. I can see what there is. There's that one in Kells. Okay, I'll have a look at that one. See if we can find that one. Already a lap on the board. I've not even completed a full lap of this track yet. Well, like a lap time. Yeah, sick line that, mate. Okay. Can't tell if he tried to cut the track there or if he was a lapper trying to get going again. But he has this run an absolute Stanley Steamer that we were on. Sorry, I should be able to get... Oh no, this is a final lap. Never mind. We will not be able to do that Stanley Steamer anymore. Oh, that's fine. He's actually on quite a good lap there, I think. Yeah. Well, I think we might have been on a somewhat decent lap there, to be fair. The beta test everything, make sure it all works, along with seeing if it's something server owners would like to do. Gives everyone a chance to try it for the casual user if they don't care. Okay, fair enough. Guess you go back to Fortnite. About voice change and extra customization is completely free to go into a server with Smart Talk and use it. Otherwise, if they want extra features, then they can pay $4.99 and $6.99 for extra features. Server owners will pay $9.99 if they want Smart Talk active on their servers. Okay, so it will be a paid app. Fair enough. Right, we'll wait for everyone to finish. Can't hope wasn't going to crash on game again while we went to replay mode. That's what happened last time. 354 has just crashed, I think. Is that on the last corner? Yeah, he's just throwing that position, I think, on the last corner. Oh, Ken's down as well. Get it? Oh, Ken. How is Ken? How is he front flipped? What did he do? How is he front flipped? Tom on the Triumph 250. Respect it. Can you show settings? I can show my settings. What do you want to see? Lean. I do have a full settings video, but I can just click through them and then you can copy them. You can always skip back from the stream again. Or make everyone look at them. Input 2, input 3, MISC, simulation. I mean, you can look at my graphics, but graphics is just PC dependent. I run the game 2K with just shaders and reflections because I don't like shadows, and 3D grass takes up all your FPS. Right, we are donezo. Right, back to practice. For another 5-10 minutes, and then we can get a race game again. So will this give me a new setup? No, I don't use reshade. I do not use it. Ooh. Yep, thanks, Brazy. Frick! Caleb bikes and not the SPX. Yeah, nice. Next Olympics, can you show a compare of the setups to see what changed? I could have a look. So it's changed the tire pressure. It's changed quite a bit of suspension. It's made it a little bit stiffer and a little bit softer. And a little bit on the geometry. Compared to the one we were just on. You already have you on Discord, yeah, everywhere Discord. Just DM if any concern or problems, more feedback, the better. Discord name is Pandago Room. Okie dokie. Can I have a look into it? Nah, you're on SPX. Trust. I don't believe you. Not with the not SPX in your name. Alright, let's try this out. See how this one feels. I can already feel the geometry changes. It feels a little bit stiffer. Because we are in E-Road now, so maybe it changes the setup because it's dependent on the E-Road. So you could have a setup that's fine on a fresh track, and then have a setup that works better with the E-Road. If you wanted something like that. Okay, I need to remember that you just get our legs off on that bit. Sorry, Jamie. Tried to stay still so you could change your line, but I don't think he saw me until the very last second. You're on SPX, you just have to pay for all the setups. Doesn't quite sound like you're sponsored by it. I don't believe it. I think I took him out there. I don't think I was actually anywhere near him. Apologies if I did. El Breezy. Uh-oh. You tried KI tracks today. That's an oldie. I mean, yeah, that KI tracks was actually a very fun track back in the day. You might have actually persuaded me. I used to ride that track, not a lot, but it was a track that I definitely played. Might have to have a look at that track afterwards. If you want to play online, it's the connection timeout. Does anyone know how to solve that? Try loading to a local yourself and then go back to online. Try Task Manager and reset your Steam. Restart PC. There's a few things you can try, but yeah, sometimes when you get connection timeout, it's normally just something on your end. But yeah, it does happen. Sometimes you just gotta keep trying to refresh the game or something. Okay, coming down a little bit way too straight. Toggle back and forth between local and race. Yeah, that can work as well. Steez. 11 and a bit seconds up. Interesting. Holy shit, this corner's eroded. Jesus. That didn't even count. Maybe that like triple that I did in the corner doesn't work. Maybe that doesn't count if you send it. I'm doing it from on track, so it should be alright. Right. Right, let's see if everyone's in. We've got 2 people sinking, Dame and Brax. As soon as them 2 are in, we're going to get a race going. And then we can maybe have a look at KI tracks to end the night off. I'm going to do 2 minutes of practice and then go into the race. So if you're not in within 2 minutes, I do apologise. But it will just be endlessly sinking. And then the people that have been in here straight away will just be in here for ages without even getting to race. So 2 minutes. When the timer gets down to 20, we're gonna start the race. So probably enough time to get about 1 more lap in. Okay, yeah, sick. Nice. Right. Oh, for God's sake. Right. Are these guys that were sinking in? Or nah? See, Marco, you're not washed. You're 8.5 seconds faster than anyone right now. How is he on 2000 ping? Okay, right, well, 1 minute. Minute and a bit, and then we race. Can we do 755 compound? I could have a look. I'm gonna have a look at that KI track, see if it's on the servers as well. And then, if not, we could have a look. But I think KI tracks will most likely be the next one that we do. You did a set, yeah, you did 201. So, you're still the fastest in the server, mate. Oh my god, I'm all over the place. Half second down now. How does the new setup feel? It feels alright. Doesn't feel too much different to the other one, but it feels fine. Track is getting quite a bit rougher now, though. Let's try to just get a lap on the board and then we're gonna race. How did MSGB go last night? Video comes out tomorrow, but P2 overall. That's how we did. We went 2-2 for P2. Lost the overall with 2 corners to go, which is frustrating. But oh well, back-to-back podiums in the British. Good for points. Had Lynn's missed it. Yeah, Selfie put a ping out, like, when we started to get the issue with the track. Said that it was cancelling it, and then Lynn's turned his PC off and went to watch telly with his missus, and then, yeah, they ended up about an hour after that ping going, oh, we're going to run it anyway. Because it was just the track name. You had to, like, change the track name or something like that. Am I going to stream you do it? No, I don't stream the aerial races. I only record them. I'd rather turn them into videos than just be another person streaming it, if that makes sense. Because obviously you got the main streamer Talon, and then Linz does POV. So I'd rather record it and then turn it into a video, because not many people do actual aerial videos. Only really me and Troy do like aerial videos. Everyone else just kind of either streams them or just doesn't do videos or anything on them. Right, race. A race around here. And then we're going to go to another track. I can restart for the people that have jump started, but one, there might not be enough gates, or two, you've been AFK during the practice and it's bugged. Only so much that I can do. The game is the game overall. I'm only waiting like 1 more minute because I did give everyone a time to join. You're in, Brex. Says it right anyway. So you've got another 30 seconds of loading in time, so you should be alright. Right. I'm not choosing a gate in any of these, so I keep getting terrible gates. Oh, well, unfortunately, Brax, we've started the race already. Like I said, we've spent half an hour or so in waiting time. Just have to join the next track. It just turns into an endless sync otherwise, where there's always people syncing in and we never race. Right, see if we can get a somewhat decent start. Actually, no, I'm going to come from the back. Why not? Let's have a bit of fun. Ah, sorry, Gibbs. We had 15 minutes or so of practice. Oh my. Right. See what we can do come from the back of the pack. So, dead last, head start. We've got a few pros in here anyway, so I don't know if we're going to win. Knew it's going to come to my line, which is why I kept going around the outside. Right, we are... Where are we starting? P9 are we starting? Well, from the finish jump anyway. We were dead last, but we've managed to make up a lot of places. Someone's inside, so someone's left and changed bike. Please stop changing bike if you're in the server. How do you end up in my line? I feel like every time I go into a rut next to someone, it's always the guy on the inside that doesn't follow the rut. Safe track re-entry. Oh my god, how did he end up going that far left? We've let Breezy catch back up now. Oh my god, what line did Breezy take? Oh god, now we're stuck on the hill. I'm going around it. Freak your track limits. Following up the hill. I like good boys. Okie dokie. Ooh, track is getting rough. I got it on 0.3 Euro because I want to have a little bit of roughness. It's boring doing no roughness. Get a little bit of Euro in it. God, that bit's getting tough as well. Oh my. That little bump there really catches you out in that corner. Oh my. Goodbye. Oh, okay. Don't know how many cuts I'm going to get here because I got off the track on the hill because I got stuck. Oh no, I've only got the usual 3. That's fine. It's fine. But yeah, track is definitely getting quite rough now. Don't you know if you can go that far off the track? That was in front of me. I'm not quite sure that line is legal. Jesus, that line is becoming unusable now. Might have to go one in a little bit. Haha, scared him with the aura. Made him pull over. How is it? How much do you want to hook right? Kind of off my inside line, buckaroo. Okay, okay. More cuts. Okay, yep, more cuts. You're not being the element factory machine in a straight line here, lads. No way, Jose. And we've got the track again. Okay, yes. She's a little rough now. How many seconds of car to try and get his lap? I've still got less than that Finn guy. I feel like I've been off the track more than I've been on it. It's been all over the place. Take the inside at all costs. Track is very rough now. It's nice. Get a little bit of roughness in there. Oh, okay. Okay, Jim. Okay, buddy. I'm sure he hit me there. You can play that game. I'm happy to play that game. Oh. If I can not bin it, I can play that game. Got to be on the wheels to be able to play that game, though. I'm sure it's quicker to just wheelie all the way up the hill. Track is very beat right now, though. No, I can't do this corner. Yeah, I do apologise if you do miss a race, but, you know, we've got people, if people join the server instantly, they'll spend 20 minutes, 25 minutes in the practice before they get to race. So, as much as I'd like to wait and, you know, let every single person in a race, it also hinders the other people that have been in there for a long time. And then they end up leaving because they're just sat in a practice for half an hour. So, it is what it is at the end of the day. I think it's happened to everyone where they've missed a race. It just kind of happens. just turns into a waiting stream otherwise. We just end up waiting for everyone to get in rather than actually racing anything. Hardcore breezy up. I think I've just crashed like 30 times. Nope, not even the line, buddy. Okay, yeah, sick. Nice. Wheel? I don't know how we're still top 4. See if we can catch up to these two. It's the final lap. Multiple riders down on the uphill. Is there a lapper involved with that? No, that is positions. Okay. Okay, yep. Thought I'd try the outside. Line I hadn't taken. Seems to be a line that everyone's taken. Must be smoother, you know, can follow more, carry more momentum around the corner. No, crash. Try a different line, they said. There's multiple options, they said. Right, well, I think it's going to be a P5, unless I can beat one of these guys on cuts. Which they do have cuts. Oh, when they're taking each other up. Nice. Lol. I think Jim's just taking down Jamie. I end up getting P3. I do have 15 seconds of cuts, though. Yes, so we got P3 on track, but we had 15 seconds of cuts. Sick. Right. Let's get out of here. Let's try. What track should we go to then? Should we have a look if that KI tracks is on it? Is it still even on mods? It's a very old track. KI track. Is that what it was called? KI tracks, yes. Wasn't this quite a framey track, or? Sure, I used to struggle with FPS around it. What were the other ones that some people mentioned? What other track? So KI tracks can definitely be one. I think we might just do KI tracks, to be honest. And then what was that? There's a WW ranch that someone said. How's your setup handled the rough but couldn't handle getting back on track? My lucky. What was the other one that you said? Oh, concept graph one. Oh, this one. Yeah, I remember this one. Okay. So what do people rather do? WW Ranch, but like an older version, not the popular one that everyone wants to play. It's an OG one that we all used to play. Or the KI tracks. What one would people want to do? We'll do I think we'll do the KI track one. KI tracks, why not? KI. We're gonna go on KI tracks. I'll get a link for everyone. It's a folder, but you've just got to put the folder in. You heading off to meet your girlfriend, Marco? No problemo. I will see you in a bit. Have a good rest of your night. Appreciate you stopping by, jumping in some of the races. Yeah, have a good rest of your night. Good, sir. The Yamaha model that I'm currently running is an OEM one from shop. It's called the Force Swap or YZ450 mod pack, but the one itself is called Force. That's gonna make you slower, Marco. Yeah, Marco. Lock in, mate. Yes, what Kazarasu said. Kazarusu. KI tracks. I'm assuming there's two. Kind of hoping that this is the one that I want. Are there any good free models? I mean, you can have a look on mods, but most of the good models are put in, what's it called? Normally paid because of the time and effort that goes into them. So with the KI tracks, there's a Mega. You can download it by Mega or Drive. Ignore the very bottom one. Don't touch the third one. That's the server version. You don't need that. Just the Mega one or the Drive, whatever you want to download it by. And then it's a KI tracks folder. And if you open it, there's loads of stuff in there. So you don't need to open the folder because this is one of the older tracks where it wasn't just a PKZ. This is 2022. This was before we used PKZs. It was just a folder. So there's a folder called KI tracks. Drag that into Motocross. Get off the meta bike for this one. I can. I've just been on the Yamaha. I was just on it. Yeah, all the models I use are all VJR models. Just OEM ones. Only really Frankie can do OEM ones. And when I was on the MXC Mods team, I got loads of models from Frankie because he was on that team and he made all the models for them. So just from playing the game for a long time, you rack up loads of models. I have a folder that's, I mean, I might be able to have a look before the game loads up. My models folder, it's just all models. I have 15 gigabytes of 15.2 gigabytes of models. So I just have models on models on models. I have 106 models. So after playing the game for 5+ years, you rack up a lot of models. So yes, I have over 100 models in that folder. So sometimes when someone says, "What model are you running?" One of them. One of the ones that I've got. It's hard to keep track of what they're each called. We've actually had a few people join the Discord, yeah. Like I said, I'm on 981 members now. So if you want to join my Discord, I want to try to get that to 1,000. What bike then, George? What bike do I got? I'll play with you guys for a bit, and you're gonna go film some clips of your first ever vid. Okie dokie. Good luck with your first video. It's still dead in Discord. I mean, realistically, what do people use my Discord for? It's only really just to get pinged, or pinged if I've uploaded videos, pinged if I'm live, or members if I'm speaking to members. If I also need people for videos, I'll ping members, and also the Discord if we need a few extra people. So it's only really there if people want to be a part of videos and also know when I upload, essentially. It's not really like a community one where people will sit in VCs all day. Although, I have had people sit in VC all day. So, depends what you want to do in there, really. You have pretty free range, to be fair. What bike am I going on then, George? Varg? Do I go on the Varg? Thoughts? Honda or Cowie? I'll go on the Cowie. You know what? I'll go on the Cowie. It's an absolutely shocking bike, but I'm going to go on the Cowie. Just to make you happy that I'm not on the Met bike anymore. And people can stop complaining about the Cowie. It's a good bike, guys. All the bikes are equal. Front tuck sim. Is this a bike I spent 2 minutes on because I got bored, looked at it in game and never touched it again? Yeah. That one. I looked at it like that in game and went, I can't be arsed, look shit. I didn't bother putting numbers on it. Right, well I guess we're Chase Sexton today. This is a bike from Mods. I didn't make this myself. It was when he first went to Cowie, so I made it. Does look a bit interesting. You can literally see, I don't know how well you can see it, but I think he's paint read it or something because you can see the white bubble that they've put around it to put the number on it. But when Chase first went to Cowie, there was no other ones on Mods. So this is what we're riding. Damn, I'm in this gear? This was like A2 gear. This gear's like months old. I'm just gonna put the hoodie back on. I quite like the hoodie. Take them boots off. Don't want the space boots anymore. Yeah, gosh, I must have. Stuff is old. This is the last time I rode the Cowie. Gloves. Black gloves. And the hood. Hood. I made some of your gear with my number on like that. Oh, did you just paint read it? Right. Kawasaki. Kawasaki time, as Breezy would say. Kawasaki. Right. Phone check. But yeah, this will be the final one. Final track of the night. Hey, what's going on? Oh, they had to cancel the race because no one can get the track to work. Basically, just everyone complaining. Alright. How do you prevent account already in use? Close the game, restart Steam. Sometimes you just gotta wait like 5 minutes. I don't want to spend too long on this track, so we're gonna go into races pretty quick. So we're probably gonna end up doing just like 5 or so minutes of practice. First race, back to practice for 5 or so minutes, then second race. I don't want to spend too long on this track. Where do you find all these matching rider kits? What do you mean by matching rider kits? He was in VC of Neon and he was so lucky he didn't get in both races. Yeah, I think Selfie is just pretty much giving up on the British series, so he didn't restart the races or anything, and then just went straight into Moto 2, and he didn't go to the practice for people to join. So yeah, some people didn't get to race, and then also put the ping out that he wasn't racing, and then decided to run the race anyway, so people miss it because of that. So, all the rider paints all match. I mean, just from gear I'm given, really. Where are they from? FXR, and then I put the logos and numbers on them. So here's R1, the button I'm clicking here. This is my sit button. Right, so I'll put on the setup that I've got, and then I'm gonna try the thingy out. Try this out. Try this setup, and then run a lap or two. And then we'll see if that works. See how all this shitbox rides. Is the A-Kit thing sick to use? Yeah, I'm trying it out now just to see how it works, really. But yeah, I don't really know how it all works. I'm just kind of figuring it out as I go along, really. And as I'm on the Cowie, I don't have a setup for the Cowie, thought I might as well try it and see if it can make me a good setup. See if it can make the KX somewhat bearable. You had to add KI tracks to serverless a moment ago while you were racing you did it. For some reason it wasn't serverless. Oh, well, WU for getting it up in time then. Normally it takes a little while, so you got that up and going quick. Don't tell me my game's killed itself again. This would be the 4th time my game's crashed. Let's see if it comes back again. This would be the 4th time in this stream that my game's crashed if it crashes again. Why is this game so unstable? Yeah, I feel like once you know the ins and outs of how the suspension stuff works, it could be quite handy. Is it coming back? Okay, we're back. That's the 4th time that's happened now. Your game's been doing the same thing as well? I'm glad it's not just me. Game just seems to be like really unstable at the minute. I don't know why. A little bit annoying. That would have been the 4th time my game crashed if that crashed again. Right, see if we can put a lap together and then I can go to the suspension thing and see if it gives me a better suspension. If it can make a KX feel good, I'm sure it can make any bike in this game feel good. It's been happening to you as well, has it? So I take it the game just cooked then, in other words. Oh my, sideways. I think JMX is gonna take over the hosting. Okay. Nice bikes moment indeed. Gotta try and remember where this track goes. Okay, it's not that big. You had to verify your game files. I might even try do that and see if it fixes it a bit. See if it makes any difference. Any more space. It's gone again. It's gone again. What is this game? This game is so broken. Why is it doing this? 5 times my game has done this in this stream. I've been live for 2 hours and 8 minutes. How is my game just breaking every 2 seconds? This game is so cooked. Oh, we're back again, are we? Yeah, sick. Nice. Thanks, game. Really appreciate it. Like, what is this game? Oh, I'm so sorry, Link. Just absolutely annihilated the poor guy. Right, let's see if we can get set up again. Right, so I could try just answer some of these questions, I suppose. Front end feels fine. It doesn't really like leaning that much. Does slide a little bit. A little bit kicky. We've gone sideways a couple of times. It doesn't feel too bad, but I suppose it's a little bit soft for how quick this track is. Every time someone joins, is that when it's doing it? Right, and then what? Does it just give me a different setup to try? You can tell it what is happening. Yeah, there's like a Q&A section on it, which you can kind of describe how the bike feels, and then it should give you a reach over there. Kind of tells you what it's struggling with, what things you could change. So you've been getting the black box a lot recently. Yeah, if you go like server to server to server to server, that's when you get a black box. A lot of time, if you leave a server, restart your game, and then join the server, and you won't get a black box. Yes, every time someone joins, sick. Well, that's really helpful, isn't it? Especially when we're doing pub lobbies. Well, I'm going to do this lap and then we're going to get the first race around it going. Just going to have to try and deal with it, I suppose, for the last 2 races of the night. Nope, I was reading the chat. Finish this lap and then we're gonna race. Somehow I am so up on my time. Okay, didn't mean to cut that corner there. Okay, I don't know if that's my bad or if he just rolled over all the ruts to try and get to the inside. Okay, right, let's race. Let me try. I mean, the game's probably going to look pretty horrendous, but maybe if I don't make the game as hard to run, it might not do it anymore. I think it's a tie left. I don't know. Right, let's race. So let's try this up and see if this setup feels alright. Felt alright for a lap. We'll see how it runs. Looks like a few people have joined me on the old Cowie. You get to mess up files though, because you don't get a black box normal map anymore. Check files, delete anything you don't need. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Right, let's see how the Cowie goes for a race then, shall we? On the old Chase Sexton machine. I don't know if anyone's made like an updated version of this bike. Like I said, I literally downloaded this paint like the day it got announced. I think someone made it straight away. Where is the finish? Do we go over the finish straight away, or do we do like a fallout? Curious to see how great you can make this. Yeah, we shall see. I mean, it feels like it's doing alright. Looks like a few little things might need change on it again, but we'll see. You can calculate rider weight with it. That I do not know. Okay, nice. I got bumped, but I also think I front tucked on my own there anyway. I think I front tucked a little bit because, you know, cowie things. And then someone bumped me. Right, well, I guess we can try to come back from the back of the pack. Okay. Where does this guy go? See if we can squeeze up the inside without taking anyone out. He's going to go straight. This is going to be carnage, isn't it, to get through the field. Also, try and fight this cowie front end. Why is fourth gear so long? Third gear don't feel too bad, and then as soon as you go to fourth, you just bog. Okay, I guess third gear is your best friend around here. Jim guy's barked. He's 5 seconds up the road already. Okay, yeah, front's gone. Front's gone. Yeah, we're doing one more race on this track. Oh, it's George. George is on the cowie. W George. Oh, we've got up to the lead because Jim went down, so we can still win this. There's still a chance. Yeah, I need to lower fourth gear. Fourth gear is way too long. Flat track a little bit if I can. Didn't really want to. Oh, turn the bars. George? What? Where did road go? Oh, 70 hours on this track. Rode it so much different on old betas, yeah. Yeah, I haven't ridden this track in a long time. I need to just avoid that rut. I think he might just be better off flat tracking that. It's pretty tight at the front here. I mean, the track doesn't have really like a single proper rut on it, so I suppose it's pretty easy for everyone to get around. Makes for some very, very tight racing. God, I can feel the front end wanting to just keep tucking this bike. Front end does not like to be thrown around. Boo, Breezy on the meta bike. Sure, there's a cell to counter. I mean, we'll see if this one makes one. We'll see if this A-kit suspension makes a setup for it. Fourth gear definitely needs to be a bit shorter, but I mean the suspension itself doesn't feel too bad. So it's getting data from the race and make one for you. Yeah, it like collects data from how you ride, essentially. It can see if the front end's bottoming out, the rear end's bottoming out, if you're losing traction. If I click F11 to like unlock it, You can't see anyway because the face cam's in the way. Never mind, turn it off. Anyway, at the top right where my face cam is, you can have a box where it shows you your suspension and like how much the front end is bottoming out, the rear end. Also tells you like how much percent the rear wheel's sipping out. So if you're coming up a flat corner, it'll say like 30% wheel spin. And then you can say, I'm wheel spinning a lot. And it will then try to help you with traction. Maybe like soften the back end to put a bit more weight on the back end or something like that. It'll kind of help you with that. That's why I kind of wanted to try it and just give it a go and kind of see what it was like. Because it was actually breezy that he was talking about it in team chat. He was like, has anyone tried it? And no one had. But he was like, it actually works quite well. And that was like a week ago. I just hadn't tried it. And then I downloaded it yesterday. I was like, screw it. We'll give it a go. See how it works. I'm curious to see how great you can make this. Yeah, it's very interesting to see what they're going to do with it. I'm sure there's so much you can do with it. Oh, I guess I'm 316 with Breezy. Yeah, I'm sure there's lots that you can do with it. I think he said he's used like AI for it. Like, a lot of the like code and stuff is AI. Way. People on the Cowie. Who said the Cowie's not a good bike? Right, so it'll use this data now. So if I click this, you can see here what it recommends to change. So critical severe bottoming kickback issue detected. And then I'm pretty sure just you can answer a couple more questions. Front end doesn't feel too bad. Bike fights are lean. It doesn't feel too bad in the ruts. Definitely still kicking out a little bit. Rear end sinks too far. No, it's not too bad. Definitely feels a bit harsh, but it's not too bad. Soaks up the landings okay. And then I should be able to export a different setup. Put that away. And then I should have a different setup here. And then you can try that. And that kind of helps you maybe get a bit better. So it's changed the tyre pressure, give me a bit more rear tyre pressure because the back end felt like it was wheel spinning. So it's put a bit of a harder PSI, which, I don't know, could change. Made front a little bit softer. And then a little bit stiffer on the rear it's gone as well. Fourth gear is way too long. I need to lower that quite a bit, I think. That's just myself. It's changed the fork height a bit as well. Yeah. Gotta pack them forks. You're fighting this bike too much. I'm on it as well, mate. No excuses. That's what all I hear is squeezes. We'll wait for this guy to finish. French skateboard. Interesting name. But we'll wait for him to finish and then we'll go to practice. And then we can do another race. Right. Okay. Right, we're going to go to practice for like 2 more minutes. I'm literally going to try a lap on this other setup that it's just made me. And then we'll go from there. Right. When you flew into the corner, you got all weird on the lip of the finish. That's the Cowie for you. How do you get to pop up? F6 is to open it, but you can lock the button. So if I click F6 now, it opens. If I click F11, that locks it. So I can click F6 and it doesn't, and then I click F11 and it unlocks it again. So you can lock it so it doesn't open again. It's kind of like a lock keybind where it won't do it. So if you've got stuff binded to F6, it will do it, but then you can lock it so it doesn't get in the way of that, basically. I mean, already the suspension feels a little bit better over some of these bumps. Fourth gear is a little bit lower as well. So we shouldn't be bogging too much. Rear end is planted now. Yeah, I think it is. Definitely does feel a little bit better. Feels a bit more stable. What's the front end going to be like, though? Yep, no saving that. No suspension's going to save coming into the corner that quick. Feels a little bit better over these big bumps. Right, we'll run one more lap and then we're going to go into a race. I still struggle to get around that corner. That's just the corner, I think. I mean, that setup works a bit better, feels a bit more stable. But front end didn't feel twitchy at all, which is basically what the Cowie is. So, maybe the Cowie has been saved by this. Who knows? Still a little bit of fork packing. Feels fine. Feel like I've got decent drive. Still, it feels fine, honestly. Honestly, it feels fine. Seems like a lot of stuff just needs a little bit of softening. Throw this on. That will help it a little bit. Yeah, so it recommends it being a little bit softer, which is what it's just changed now. Change all this how you want it, really. But we'll give this a go. We'll see what this is like. I'm gonna get T-boned here, aren't I? Boys on the Cowie as well, W. Alright, we'll see how this setup feels. It should improve it a little bit. Oh, that's annoying. I'm going to lose so much time here now because I'm going to be sat here wheel spinning. Jesus. It's alright. Had to avoid a falling bike. Some roughness coming in now. Some E-road. Bikes everywhere. Jesus. Jump over him, I suppose. Hell breezy. You really want to get a Yam to sound like... Sorry, Josh. You really want to get a Yam to sound like a KX? Yeah, the thing is with like the OEM sounds is that they're private sounds, like they're just put on the bike. So I don't think you can really get these sound mods and put them onto a different bike, which is a shame. How am I 11.5 seconds back? I've only crashed once, I think. Or twice, one of the two. It might not be the exact one. Might be one that just sounds like it. Saw that from a mile away and still braked. Bro's on a meta bike taking someone out on a KX. Nuts. This is the last race of the night, I'm afraid. So the track is pinned. It's the KI tracks if you want to get it, but this is the last race of the night, so no more races around, I'm afraid. The thing with the KX is if you go a little bit too slow, it really bogs. It doesn't like to be going low revs. KI tracks, yeah. The KX hates low revs. The minute you go like slow, it takes so long to get pick up again. Whereas on a Yami, you can pretty much get back to speed again pretty easily. KX doesn't seem to have that bottom end torque that you need. God, it's hard to slow down for that corner. There's a little bump right before it. Yeah, the front end is still a little bit dodgy. There's only so much I think you can do with a KX. It's definitely not going to be perfect. But, I mean, definitely feels better. I don't know where this Bratz guy keeps getting so many cuts from. Like, how does he have 20 seconds of cuts? We've done 2 laps. What is bro doing that's getting him so many cuts? Okay, that'd be netcode. Literally nowhere near the guy. And it kicks me off my bike. Nice. We love MX bikes. Okay. Now it's just skill issue. I just can't seem to ride this bike anymore. Oh my god. Don't know, this gyro kicks on the front end. It should be taking the rough a lot smoother. Yeah, it's definitely not perfect. I think the front end on this bike is just very, very unstable. Interesting place to just leave your bike. Yeah, it's still a little bit too charry over the bumps. Doesn't really like soak anything up. You're skipping a bit too much over them. Sometimes it is nice to have a bit of skip over the bumps, but I think it's a little bit too much. I was trying to keep turning, but I couldn't get it back to turn any more than what I was doing. Yeah, it's just like every little bump, you can just feel it. Every tiny little bump, yeah. To the point where it's just bouncing you over corners. I mean, this is only setup 3, so I'm sure there's probably so much more. You could probably have like 30 setups to keep trying. And you can always go back as well. So, say if I didn't like this one, I could just go back to the one I used before. Okay, yeah, sick. We're in the woods. We're in the GNCC section now. Reminds me of Deegan's bike, yeah. I saw even Chad Reed put on his story, like, what is this setup he's using? I always try like tire tap and wheelie it. Well, yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of fiddling you can do, but realistically, there's only so much you can do. It's like polishing a turd. You can make a setup that feels alright, but you're never going to get away from the actual OEM geometry and characteristics itself, tire tap. But I'm sure there's so much you can do. Like even here, it's still still packing severe bottoming. Like it's still just bottoming out. Being by a KX250. Bah, who's on a KX250? Oh, you're on the KX250. Damn, bro's barking. Cinnabon's bike. Yeah, I think there's only so much you can do with suspension, but I'm sure there's a lot you can do with just that A-kit stuff itself. I'm sure there's a lot you can be doing with it. But yeah, we'll leave it there for today, boys. Appreciate everyone that has stopped by. We've had like a solid amount of people in here tonight, which is good. Did 22.9 in practice. Not bad for a 250, to be fair. Pretty wide open track as well. But yeah, appreciate everyone that did stop by, even if you just chatted and didn't race. But yeah, if you raced, just stopped by, had a little chat. Thank you. But yeah, I will see you probably next week for another stream. Hopefully we get some new tracks and we can do some new tracks again. But it was pretty much George's idea to do some older and some more OG tracks. So yeah, it's nice to get some servers. Yeah, maybe we'll just avoid passwords for a little bit and see if that helps. I used to do it a little bit, but then I went to just passwords. But I think when you struggle to fill up some servers, I think it is better just to go back to no passwords for a bit. But yeah, hopefully everyone had a good, fun night of racing. But yeah, like I said, I will see you all next week for another stream. British comes out tomorrow. British video comes out tomorrow. So look forward to that. And yeah, I will see you all next week. Have a good rest of your night, day, wherever you're from. And I will see you all in a little bit. Peace.